to the Fastpitch TV show. I'm your host, Gary Leland. First, before I do anything else, I want to say thank you to the Texas Elite 8 and under softball team for the intro you saw at the beginning of this episode. Ladies, thank you very much. You did a great job. Now, if you're watching this episode on YouTube, another video site like Facebook, please check out our website, www.fastpitch.tv. That's right, .tv, not .com. It's the place to find past episodes. You can also subscribe to future episodes. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank our sponsor, Easton Sports. The truth is, there is a difference. The difference is Easton. Now show them some love. Visit them at their website, eastonsoftball.com. Show them that you appreciate them sponsoring our show and let's make their hits go up. Now let's get on to the show. Now this week's show is one I've had on my mind for a long time. Almost 8 or 9 years. Now when my daughter went into 9th grade at the local high school, my wife and I went to a booster club meeting for the softball team. We were all excited. Our daughter was going to high school softball. Didn't know what we were getting into. But for a moment I slipped out to get a soft drink, and while I was out, the coach told everybody in the room, "Don't tell Gary I said this, but you don't need to go buy an expensive bat from his store. A $100 bat hits just as good as the expensive bats that he sells. That it's the player using the bat that matters, it's not the bat." Now since that time, I've had plenty of people come into my store and tell me the same thing over and over. It's the player that matters, not the bat. The player does it, not the bat. Now let me say, I agree in part with that statement. If you can't hit the ball at all, if you just can't hit the ball, it doesn't matter what kind of bat you have. It's not going to help you. You just won't be able to hit the ball. But I do believe that if someone's a player and they can hit the ball, that an expensive bat or a great bat is definitely better than a cheap bat. People say you get what you pay for. And with bats, you definitely get what you pay for, I think. So this show is to prove this statement to you. So to prove this, I've decided to do my own experiment, or my own version of Mythbusters, if you would. You will see the results at the end of this episode, and you'll know what I think then, okay? And we will see if it's just a player that matters, or if the bat does indeed help, okay? Now the first thing I did was find a player to swing the bats. For this test, we will be assisted by Danielle from the Fort Worth Bat Busters. Now, she is 14 years old, and I chose 14 years old because I thought that was an age that was more relevant to most people who watch this show. Then I found 2 bats. One of them cost exactly $100. It was $99.95, close as I could get there. I painted it solid black so you could not tell who made the bat. After all, I'm not implying that any certain company makes a bad bat. I'm just using this particular bat because it costs $100, okay? So that was part 1. Now the next part was we had to find another bat for this test. The other bat we were using in this test is the Easton Stealth Clarity. Thank you, Easton, for sending us the bat. The Stealth Clarity is one of the top of the line bats in the market, one of our best-selling bats, actually. So in order to make things as even as I could, I have the 2 bats. I wanted to keep everything even. I decided to have Danielle hit the balls off a batting tee. That's right, we just set the balls on the batting tee. That way the ball was always being hit the same. Pitching it any other way could cause there to be a difference from one pitch to another. And I didn't want that. I wanted it the same. No matter which bat you were hitting with, it was the same the way you were hitting it. I also used 24 brand new softballs for this test. Okay? And the same balls were hit by each bat. Once I decided everything for the test was equal, Danielle started hitting. We started with the $100 bat, and she hit 24 of the balls. Wes marked the spots where each ball landed with little flags. Then, after we hit all 24 balls, we measured the distance from the batting tee to each flag. After measuring the distance of the 24 balls, we came up with an average. The average distance of the balls hit was 123 feet 1 inch. That was for the $100 bat, okay? Then we hit with the Easton bat. Danielle hit another 24 balls off the batting tee. Wes marked each one again as they landed, and we took back out our tape measure and measured the distance of each one. Then we came up with a second average, the average for the Easton bat, or the expensive bat. The average the balls flew with the Easton bat was 138 feet and 3 inches. Okay? What is that? That means they averaged the balls went 15 feet, 2 inches further with the Easton bat than they did with the $100 bat. Okay, so the expensive bat hit over 15 feet further. So what does that exactly mean, 15 feet? What does that really mean? Well, a ball that reaches the fence would go over the fence with the expensive bat for a home run. Okay, so a ball hit right to an outfielder with a cheaper bat now goes over the outfielder's head because of the extra distance with the more expensive bat. The main things it means, though, is that I was correct. With the bats, you do get what you pay for. I hope you enjoyed my experiment. And I also want to thank Danielle and Wes for their assistance. I appreciate it very much. We'll probably use them again on some future shows. I also, if you have any ideas for any future shows or any myth busting you'd like me to do, send me a message and let me know. Remember, you can go to the website and leave a comment about this episode or any of our past episodes. Don't forget to tell your friends about the Fastpitch TV show either. Check out our website, like I said earlier, fastpitch.tv, and visit our fan page on Facebook. We're making a push to break 1,000 fans right now, so go to Facebook, search Fastpitch TV, and become a fan of the show. If you're on Twitter, our Twitter account is twitter.com/fastpitchnews. Put a lot of news on there for you, and don't forget to support our sponsor, Easton Sports, at eastonsoftball.com. Without them, well, we just wouldn't be here now, would we? So until next time, thanks for watching. I appreciate it.